Okay, so I decided to ditch my iPhone and use my Z Fold as my daily driver until the iPhone 14 Pro Plus comes out. When it comes out, it's back to business. I mean, throwing shit on Samsung. I'm just kidding. But for now, I'm calling the truce, and this is my conclusion after using this device for about a week as a daily driver. Let's get to the video. I don't have a problem with the weight of the phone. Now, interesting fact is when the phone is in my pocket, most times I don't know it's there. And sometimes when it's on my lap, I forget anything is there. And a couple of times I've stood up and well, you know the rest of the story, the phone goes flying straight down to the floor. But the build quality of the phone is really good. And it has sustained no scratches or any of the sort on my phone. So that's really cool. Now, I don't use screen protectors on this phone, and I don't use any cases on my phone, period. I'm not a fan of those, and with all that, my phone still looks clean. So I'm giving Samsung an A plus on the build quality. I mean, over $2,000, I expect this thing to walk through fire without a scratch. So I'm just saying. Now, I still don't have an S Pen. Well, I don't really need one, to be exact. If it came with an S Pen, maybe I'll be forced to use an S Pen, but it didn't. So I just got used to using the phone without one. Now, let's talk about how I integrated myself with the Android ecosystem. Now, it's just a small hassle, if I have to say, because now I have to transfer my wallets. I pretty much have everything on my iPhone, my driver's license, bank accounts, car keys. Basically, everything is just on my phone. And now that I decided to ditch my phone, simply because I want to use the Samsung and have a clear, objective on what this phone feels like to use as an everyday driver. Now I have to transfer everything from my iPhone to my Samsung. Some of them were easy to transfer. It was just for me to just log in and stuff like on the new phone, and others I had to really go back and check passwords and all that kind of stuff. For pictures, I'm not really a picture kind of guy. I think I wouldn't really care about pictures. I mean, I don't do camera comparisons. I've really not done any on this channel so far, and even the ones I think I did, I don't think it's any it wasn't too deep. I simply just talk about the specs and I move on from there. Maybe show you a couple of clips here and there like you're seeing right now. And my selling points are, when it comes to mobile phones, are not really about cameras. Some people, the camera for phone is the deal breaker. I mean, when the camera is just not good enough for them, they just don't buy the phone. So for someone like me, I couldn't give a fuck less. As long as it's decent, it gives me 120 frames per second. It gives me portrait mode, and I can shoot in portrait, 4K. I'm good. The rest can figure itself out. So here are some of the things that I think needs improvement moving forward for the Z Fold. Samsung fanboys constantly attacking for no reason. You guys just chill on this one, all right? Let's talk. Come on, let's have a drink, sit down. Let's discuss, let's relate. Now, here are my thoughts on how the Z Fold can move forward with guaranteed 100% customer satisfaction on all sides. I'm talking about building with both usability and equity in mind. Now, the specs and the build quality of the phone is great. Don't have an issue there. However, the size is a problem for me. Because let's be honest, practical everyday use, you wouldn't be opening your phone full 7.6 inches when you want to perform every single task, except you just sit on your couch all day and do nothing but, consume social media like no one else. Then I'll say, okay, you're good. But I'm talking everyday use, picking calls, answering messages on the go, planning tasks, on the fly, all that stuff you do, basically. I use my phone 80% of the time folded. Closed. and the size is too narrow for my comfort. So I don't have to open my phone every time I'm answering a message, which I do all the time. And pretty much because I use my phone closed, typing on the screen is kind of difficult. I find myself spending more time replying messages because I'm either stepping boundaries, or the thing is just really tight. So I feel to solve this problem, the phone should be maybe shorter and increase the width of the phone. So wider and reduce the height and make it shorter. And trust me, if you do that, you've solved 80% of problems that consumers face with the size of the phone as it relates to people using it while closed. Now, another issue is with the face scan of this phone. For me, the face scan, in my experience, I don't know about you, but this is my experience. Samsung needs to improve on their biometrics authentication. The sensors really are not doing the job well. I scanned my face, and since I've done that, it never worked once. Like when I mean once, I mean it has never worked first time. I have to do it like maybe 2-3 times before it opens up. Sometimes I have to go as far as taking my glasses off, sometimes putting the phone very close to my face and all that kind of stuff. I mean, come on, this is year 2022. I mean, come on now. And that's why I say this, and no knock to Samsung, but I still say that the Apple face unlock is second to none. And Samsung really haven't done a good job of trying to step up that game. But I'm pretty sure maybe software updates might fix this problem, or hardware, I don't know. But all I know is, as far as face recognition is concerned, they need to improve on that. So every time I get on my phone, sometimes it tells me my face doesn't match, and that's crazy. So that's one of the issues that I have with the phone. So the face unlock needs some upgrade. Now, this is really nothing, but I'll say it anyway. Some apps don't have the ability to transition seamlessly between screens. So if I'm using my app folded and I open up my phone, it should immediately transition and increase in aspect ratio with no problems. But I discovered that some apps don't do that. Some apps are not compatible with the transition from the close state to the full aspect ratio 7.6 inches when you open the phone up. So that just says that they need to improve the equity of the device. So when I mean equity, I mean when you're building a product, you build a product with two things in mind, with equity and the usability of the product. So equity meaning it has to be inclusive. Everyone have to be able to use your product, even if you are medically impaired, even if you are handicapped or whatever. Everyone should be able to use your device or your product without problems. That's equity. And usability is the simplicity of the product. It has to be simple enough that someone can easily just do what they want, navigate through without any, discomfort. So that's what I'm talking about when I use those words. So that's pretty much what I have to say about that. Now, watching videos and consuming media on this phone is next level. If you've had the Z Fold 3, it's not new, really, because you still get the same 1200 nits brightness, 120 Hz display, and yeah, consuming media content on the Fold is unlike any regular device. Now, you have that immersive experience watching videos, playing games. It's really nice. Now, doing multiple things at the same time while consuming media is one of the many great things about this phone that I love about it. And the fact that you can do that at your own discretion is it makes this device really it puts it on top as far as multitasking is concerned. Now, let's move forward to the next one. Charging. I've seen comments on my channel. People talk about the charging and people complain about the slow charging. Well, for me, using the phone for about a week now consistently, I don't really care because I have a fast charging brick, and most times I hardly see the difference. When I plug my phone, all I know is 20 minutes. Most times it's fully charged, and my screen time on my Z Fold anyway is not. I don't have too much screen time on it. I think I'm really kind of below average when it comes to screen time on my phone. So probably that's why I don't have a how do I put it now? My experience with the battery is different from what a lot of people have with this phone. Now, don't get me wrong, the battery is really good. It's better on this phone than the Z Fold 3. And the fact that it's a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, so the chip is more efficient than the last one. And so cooling is way better. And of course, the battery on this phone is way better. So I really don't have any complaints as far as battery is concerned. Now, the fast charging brick I use personally, I use a 65-watt fast charging brick from another phone that I got. So I have a bunch of USB-C cables just lying around. So pretty much, I think the USB cable of the phone is still somewhere in the pack. I didn't even bring it out. So charging, as far as charging is concerned, I don't have a problem with it. And even when my phone is fully charged, it lasts pretty much a day plus, if not more. And when I charge, most times it's about 40%, so it really doesn't waste time. It just goes up to 100 in minutes. So in general conclusion of this video, or in general conclusion, is what I would say is that the Z Fold 4 is an awesome device. I mean, I still say you don't have to pay $2,000 for this, but if you can afford to get it, you should. And this brings me to this question. If you have the Z Fold 3, the question is, should you upgrade to the Z Fold 4? And my response to that is yes and no. Yes, in terms of the aspects of better chips, better build quality, better battery, slimmer bezels. Yes, I will say upgrade. But in terms of the experience, well, if you had the Z Fold 3, it's kind of buying the same thing twice. I feel like Samsung took a page from Apple's manual on this one. But if you had the Z Fold 2, then I would say, okay, yes, you should definitely upgrade to the Z Fold 4. But otherwise, if you have a Z Fold 3, I can see if you say, you know what, I don't want to upgrade, you're fine. You're not missing too much. But besides the new chipset carrying that 8 Plus Gen 1 chipset, yeah, it improves the efficiency of the phone by, a smudge. So now the cooling is better. That way the battery lasts longer than the Z Fold 3. So other than that, the camera bump, not too much from the Z Fold 3. So, and the build, overall build, you still feel the same vibe when you use the Z Fold 4 if you have the Z Fold 3. But other than that, so yeah, it's left to you. And that's why I say, should you upgrade? That's why I give you my yes and I say no. So that's my answer to you. At the end of the day, is up to you. So guys, that's it for this video. I'm giving a big shout out to my new subscribers. Let's keep this train rolling. Let's keep it pushing. By the way, current subscribers, show the new subscribers the ropes. We are legions down here. We are the squad. We are comrades, and I love every single one of you guys on my channel. I interact with everybody, and I love doing that, because when people tell me what they think about the product or what they think about me or they think about what I said, it just means we all humans and we all have we all agree and we all disagree on certain things, but at the end of the day, that doesn't make us less united. So I love that about this channel. And so if you are new to my channel, by the way, and you don't know what I do here, I'm Cipher Tech. I do tech reviews, unboxings, first impressions, game reviews, and all that fun stuff. We just did a video on Saints Row 5. Go check that out. You really like that video. And so don't be a stranger, all right? Just holler at me anytime in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you and you guys down there. So if you're watching this and you haven't yet subscribed and you want to be part of the channel, it's not every day you get to see a channel grow from small to being a big channel, and it's exciting. So you don't just jump on a channel that is already grown. There's an experience when you get to watch a channel come from nothing and become something. So it's all thanks to you guys. You guys get to watch us grow. You guys get to see the army, you know what I'm saying, grow exponentially, and that's thanks to you guys. So don't forget, don't be a stranger, subscribe, hit that noti bell, and also hit the like button and share with your friends also. So with that said, folks, I will catch you guys in my next video. Until then, I say stay safe, or I always say that, stay frosty. Cipher Tech out.